Res Radio brings you songs of the Southwest on 91.3.
No, the radio station started out as a tool.
Yeah, there's a very large line of fire on the other side. The mission we have is about 30 acres. This is called the Henderson Fire.
About 15 years ago, there were some bad fires in North County, and communication around here was terrible. San Diego had its own fires to deal with, so local media completely ignored North County. Pala was evacuated because there were fires on two sides of it. Most people stayed out of town for about 4 days, not realizing they could have come back after about 4 hours. The communication was that poor. So when a window opened up for new radio stations, the tribal council decided to apply for one, hoping to avoid things like that in the future. Well, we'd like to reach all the native communities in San Diego County, if we could, and there are 18 tribes in San Diego County, 18 reservations. Being the Pala radio station and, essentially created for the benefit of tribal members, not just emergency communications, but also, it's a great way to spread and preserve their culture.
The next two songs were recorded at Pala at the Koopa Coach Center.
We've done a number of interviews with elders, some of whom have already passed now. We're certainly glad we were able to talk to them when we could.
When I was doing my Pala Life Past and Present, I started incorporating some of the language into that. And it just kind of built from there. We started incorporating more language to it. We came up with the idea about doing the time checks in the language. I figured it was a way for people to learn how to learn the numbers because you could hear what we say, look at the clock, and you go, oh, okay, that's what they're saying. We started doing our top of the hour, has Jemashatahan Kupanga, which means we are the people of Koopa, and it says KPRI.
Res Radio 91.3, a service of Koopa Pala Rez Indians. KPRI Pala.
Every once in a while you hear something, Nisnumatulna Pala'au, which means it's 5 o'clock in Pala. We do that several times an hour, and even if you don't know the language, after a while, you start to associate, okay, well, I know it's this time, and now suddenly you're learning numbers in the native language.
We are preserving our culture. We're also sharing our culture. I got a call one time from a lady in our community. She wonders why we don't play more bird songs, local music, like Native American music.
Well, bird songs are a type of native music particular to the Southwest. If you go to the Midwest, upper Midwest areas like that, you're going to hear drumming, powwow music. Powwows, while they happen here, they're not quite so much a Southern California thing. Bird songs are, and they tell stories. So what you hear very often isn't published music, but it's things that either groups have provided us with or we recorded.
Well, I learned more about bird songs than I never thought I didn't even know I didn't know.
Kind of the spice that tells you you're listening to Res Radio. We're here for an emergency. It may only be 0.1% of the time, but when you need it, you need it. And that's where cell phones fall down. I mean, no matter how good broadband gets, when it hits the fan, everybody's going to be on there and the bandwidth is gone, and you can't get through. You've got a radio, and you've got a way to get emergency information and not worry about whether you're fighting with 10,000 other cell phone users.
When I came to the radio station, I was thinking of it just as a radio station. After I started working here, and with John's prompting, we made it more ours. A lot of beautiful things are done here. I believe we made it like a great piece of art, at least as far as our community is concerned.
You're listening to Songs of the Southwest on Res Radio 91.3.